So Coach Chad, I'm down here in Marina del Rey, California at 10-9 Fitness, and this is Coach Vince's place. He's going to take me through an exercise. What exercise are we doing today?
It's a push and pull movement with a dumbbell and a cable column.
Sounds complicated.
It is a little bit complicated.
Okay, good.
But let me explain a little bit of it. So the whole point is to be able to mimic a boxer stance, and it also mimics going from the guard position, throwing out the punch, and bringing it back. Okay, so the cable is going to provide a pull or the resistance on a pull motion, and the dumbbell is going to provide the resistance on the punch. It's also going to, gravity is going to want to pull your arm down, so you have to stabilize through the shoulder.
Okay, good. So it sounds like a complex movement. Gonna do core stability.
And stability.
Yeah, and in my boxing stance, so this is perfect.
Right. I mean, it's a perfect way to show a functional movement that is definitely pertains to boxing itself. Very sports specific.
Nice. Well, I look forward to getting to my sports specific. What am I doing? Movement. My sports specific exercise. All right, pill machine. Here I come. Ready? Go. So now we're going to get to the exercise that Vince wants to show me with the cable machine. And so go ahead and explain this a little bit. What's going on?
Okay, so it's a two movement exercise. So you're going to do a pull and a push. So we have the cable here for the pull and a dumbbell for the push. So what we're going to do is ask Coach Chad to get in his fighting stance and line up his front foot with the cable machine. Okay. So then he's going to grab the cable with his lead hand, and he's going to hold the dumbbell in his rear hand. So the whole point of this is to get torso rotation, just as you would be throwing a right hand, but you're going to have to stabilize with your legs and your core through the two movements. So first movement is...
So bend my knees a little bit.
Bend your knees a little bit, get on
balance.
balance.
To the spine.
Right, you can lift up your back heel a little bit, get into a normal fighting stance just as you would in any other drill. And then it's just essentially the exchange from a jab into a right hand. So you're going to pull on the cable as you throw and rotate your right hand out there.
Want me to do that right now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
There you go. And you can even turn it over just as you would punch. There you go.
Nice.
There you go. So basically, because he's weighted on both arms, he's forced to stabilize in his core, and he's using his leg muscles or stability muscles to do the same thing on his lower extremities. So it's a rotation, it's a pull for the back, and a punch for the shoulder and chest.
What I like about this is that I have the cable on one side, so I just follow the line. So my shoulder's going to stay level with that.
Right.
Good. All right.
Should we move this up?
No, I think that's, yeah, let's try. Move it up to the next one. Where are we at with that? Yeah. So now, why would we want to move that up? What are we thinking with that?
Just the line of what you'd actually throw a punch, just to keep it realistic.
So then, what about...
You're not going to throw it down here.
Right, so what if we go up even higher?
Okay.
You know, because right now I'm still fighting someone that's like 5'2". So what about...
Yeah, that's pretty even with your chin and nose. There you go.
All right. Good. So now, are there any modifications for this?
Sure. Modification would be to provide a further stability challenge with the bsU. We're going to put this on the front foot, so that gives you instability from the dome shape of the bsU ball. And then you're going to have to then stabilize yourself on your front foot so that you can go through the rotation and not tilt side to side.
All right, can you do that?
Sure can.
Perfect. And then, oh yeah, I feel this already. If you've seen the other videos, bsU balls are not my friend. Oh yeah!
So you have to lock down your torso to stop you from wobbling one way or the other. So you want to maintain the hip rotation, but have the lateral stability. There you go. Doing great.
Thanks for the encouragement.
There you go. Good. Now you should be feeling that in your legs and in your core, not to mention your upper body.
Yeah. Nice. So now.
So we have one more progression. We're just going to bring in a box for his rear foot, and that's going to bring him up a level. There. It's going to bring him up a level. Now in this case, there's not really any margin for error when your rear foot is elevated on the box, because if you go too far, you're going to fall off the box.
Right.
There we go.
Good. Oh yeah. Down level. I really feel the stability in my front leg now.
So now the rear foot is not planted on stable ground or on ground that's lower than the bsU ball. So now you're elevated enough that you're basically on two small points of balance.
So I'm going to guess that the trainer on this wants to make sure that you're watching the back foot.
Absolutely.
You don't want to slip
You're
off
absolutely
that.
watching the back foot and the front foot actually. So you position yourself in a place where you can, if there's a wobble this way, you can support. But you're looking at the back foot to see where it's rotating. So I can easily, most likely, if he's going to fall anyway, it's going to be towards me.
So the last modification that we're doing here with the bsU and the elevation is not necessarily a harder,
right? It's not necessarily
more intensity.
More intense.
It's just that it's more sport specific because I'm at level ground.
Right.
And it's to be aware that it's more dangerous though. If something goes wrong.
Exactly. Anytime you're up off the solid ground, there's going to be a little bit more danger involved or a little more difficulty. So that's when the coach has to make sure that he's watching both rotation and stability points.
So now, what's your opinion? So I'm left lead, like I'm right-handed left lead. So what would I do for the other side?
You can actually just flip-flop your stance and then scoot the bsU over to that lead foot and the box to your rear foot.
So now that would be...
It's the same motion. You then would change your hand so that you're punching with your rear hand and pulling with your lead hand.
So right there, I could stay in my same stance.
You could.
So let's say if it was sport specifically, I'm using this drill before major competitions,
right.
and I want to just maintain the priority as my stance.
Right, then I would stay in your usual.
Right, or I can flip it if it's for fitness. I want to keep balance.
Right. So that you're working both sides equally and you're not getting an imbalance in one side.
Nice. So can you hand me that? I want to try this on the other way. So here I am. Up. Yeah.
So rotate that rear hand just as if you would when you're punching. There we go. Good.
Nice. And then just a matter of flip it over. And
there you go. So in this instance, orthodox fighter will get the experience of using his normal stance, but can flip flop and feel the motion of throwing punches from either side.
yeah. So what you're looking for is what's the priority? Is it sport specific or is it general adaptation, general fitness? Yeah, so that's what you're looking for. What's your priority, and then how would you apply this? You know, just standing here, I can feel this leg has been engaged.
Right, so what it does is it works all the little stability muscles.
Right.
So when you get back on solid ground, you're feeling all the little muscles that you worked.
Right. So, excellent, excellent. So it is worth it to flip it once in a while, but again, if it's sport specific, then just stay in your stance. Excellent. Anything else for this?
I don't think so.
Okay, good. Then we're done.